Coming to you from the CTV desk here on WFSB Plus, have a lot of crashes out there right now to speak to, especially if you're traveling in the Rocky Hill Cromwell area. Let's bring up some of our traffic cameras here to show you what we're talking about here. Weathersfield, Cromwell, Rocky Hill all being impacted, and look at what a slow commute it is on 91 here through Rocky Hill. So the DOT is actually telling us they have three different incidents here. There is one happening in Weathersfield, a two-car crash there on 91 northbound between exits 24 and 25. That happened about 7:50 this morning. Then in Cromwell, a crash between exits 21 and 22 on 91 north, so just a little bit further down the road there. The left and center lanes closed there, so traffic barely getting by. And then in Rocky Hill, right in the middle here, exit 23 and 24, 91 northbound, the right shoulder is closed. So you can take a look here at the residual delay. All of these happening within the last hour. The first crash happened at 7:52. The last one happened at 8:26. So within about a 30-minute period, we had three crashes between Cromwell, Rocky Hill, and Weathersfield, all within those 4 or 5 exits on 91 on the northbound side of the highway. So some residual delays, as you can see on the bottom right-hand side of your screen there, Rocky Hill. That's a look at 91 right by exit 24 by the Silas Deane Highway, and you can see how slowly traffic is moving in this area. And if you look, you can see some flashing lights there as state police are working to clear this right now. We haven't got any updated information on whether there are any injuries. Of course, we'll keep you posted on that. Elsewhere in the state, we're dealing with a crash in Westport and Madison as well. The Route 79 off the highway here, both directions closed because there was a car that crashed into a tree there at about 8:14 this morning. So lots of traffic issues out there right now. If you're heading out, especially in the Weathersfield, Rocky Hill, Cromwell area, you're going to want to take it slow and just be aware that we're dealing with a bunch of crashes out there. So our other big story this morning in Hartford, they're going to be talking about ways to make home ownership more affordable and accessible to folks in the city. This was our top story this morning. We had Taylor Knight on that. So let's check in with her. We'll get the latest on what's happening in Hartford.
The plan is to transform 12 different blighted properties all across the city into home ownership opportunities. This will help address both blight and the housing crisis. More than a dozen vacant lots and buildings in Hartford will soon be transformed into homes. This is the result of the recently created CT Homes Fund to incentivize and increase homeownership all across the state. It's also part of Hartford's Vacant Lot Task Force, created to address housing affordability and revitalization. This announcement comes just one day after Governor Ned Lamont signed a housing bill to address the state's housing shortage. Lamont is giving more powers to towns and cities to build housing, saying we need more housing opportunities so that the state's economy can grow. No word yet on the exact locations of these vacant properties across Hartford, but we will have continuing coverage of today's announcement on air and online at WFSB.com. Your reporter in Hartford, Taylor Knight, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, our other big story this morning, an incident right by the Gilead Hill School in Hebron this morning. Now, we learned some new information over the course of the newscast this morning that there was an active incident that firefighters had responded to right nearby the school on Route 85. It happened last night, and now we know that there was actually a house fire across the street. The fire department told us that everyone was able to get out of the home and evacuate safely. No one was hurt there, and firefighters were able to put it out pretty quickly. Of course, they were battling that fire, though, in bitter cold temperatures. The school is open this morning as normal, everything running okay, and we're still working to get some more details about the fire that happened, again, across the street from the Hill School there on Route 85. All right, our other top story this morning, of course, was the bitter cold temperatures. It's very cold outside if you've stepped out. It is going to warm up a bit throughout the day. Scott was saying it's going to be probably 30s and sunny by the time we get to mid-afternoon. But, of course, if you were heading out when we are for the morning news this morning, I think it was 10 degrees when I left my house this morning. And we are going to see those temperatures slowly tick up. But if you're heading out in the next few minutes, just make sure you bundle up. Scott is going to have a check on that forecast on Great Day at 9 all the updated information for you in 2 minutes here. So we'll leave you now. Great Day at 9 is next. Have a great day, everyone. Stay warm.